follow-up real quick. Knicks and Bulls kind of giving us that throwback showdown, two of the top three teams in the Eastern Conference. What are you expecting from them tonight, Coach?
Wow, this is going to be an amazing matchup. Look at the guard. When you look, Lonzo Ball, Kemba Walker, even the guards that's coming off the bench, Derrick Rose and Alex Caruso. I think the Bulls story is going to be as enthralling and as exciting as the Knicks were last year. What a great turnaround with this roster to add starters. Lonzo Ball, starter. DeMar DeRozan, starter. Experience. Caruso, experience. Championship with the Lakers. And now all of those guys rotating around, multiple versatility. Man, this is going to be an incredible story. Zach LaVine winning the gold medal this summer with our U.S. national team. And man, the Bulls are back. This is an amazing turnaround. This could lead to an executive of the year or the coach of the year, similar to what happened with the Phoenix Suns last year with Monty Williams and James Jones. So this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight. I'm going to be tuned into this game tonight, along with the other one that we're going to talk about here in a second.
Rip, of course, the Bulls 4-0 for the first time since 1996. There was a guy on that team by the name of Michael Jordan. I don't think anybody knows who he is. What type of team are we looking at here when we look at Chicago and also the Knicks as well?
Well, it's still early. I think that the one thing that the Bulls did really is come out and play with a high level of intensity on both ends of the floor. I got a chance to talk to DeMar DeRozan in the summertime, and the one thing that he was saying that, hey, you know what, he was going to get to Chicago early just to get the group of the guys together, get them all on the same page. Anytime you add a scoring punch like DeMar, and then you already got a guy like Zach LaVine, and then you add a new point guard and Ball there, sometimes with chemistry issues like we see in other teams, you have that problem, especially at the guard position. But I just think that they play well together. I mean, Lonzo does a great job of just getting off the ball. They push the tempo. And the one thing that I love about them, they defend. So when you look at the Knicks on the other side, Tom Thibodeau is a guy now that, hey, you know what? He's licking his chops right now to be back in Chicago. It didn't end well over there with him in the organization. This is an opportunity for him to come out and really showcase what he got over there, even though he took capture of Derrick Rose and Todd Gibson from that Bulls, all them great Chicago Bulls teams. But I think this should be a really fun matchup because the one thing about the New York Knicks, they wasn't a great three-point shooting team last year. They added Evan Fournier this year, who's averaging a career-high 19 points, getting up 8 threes a game. Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose is doing a great job of offsetting each other when coming into the game. It should be a fun matchup. But the thing that I'm looking forward to see, Brandon, is my brother Joakim Noah getting his jersey retired in Chicago. That's going to be a magical moment. I was supposed to be there, but my son had a flag football game, so I had to go watch that. But big congratulations to Joakim Noah on getting his jersey retired.
Yeah, one of those legends there, of course, for the Bulls for a very long time, back when D. Rose was on the other side in Chicago, of course, now playing for the Knicks. Another big matchup we're going to see, though, out west, Coach. You got the Warriors hosting Ja Morant and the Grizz. He's averaging about 30 a game this season so far. But the other guy that happens to be on the other side, Steph Curry, he can do the same thing. Breakdown, Coach, what do you expect from the PGs, starting with Ja here?
Yeah, the Grizzlies got off to a good start on this road trip, by beating the Clippers. And then, between the Lakers and that game last night against Portland, they didn't play some of their best basketball. But when you look at this point guard matchup, man, this pay-per-view television, the athleticism of Ja Morant, I've had a front row seat coaching against him when I was coaching at Alabama when he dropped 40 on us. And I basically sent the entire team in every defensive strategy I had. And he just abused it. And now he's gonna continue to improve his outside shot. But he's a really good pick and roll player, can get downhill. And then you talk about Steph Curry. Man, he's going to shoot the ball as soon as he gets out of his car. I mean, he's got unlimited range. Mark Jackson tried to tell us, especially when Klay Thompson comes back, that this is the best backcourt shooting in the history of basketball. But now Steph has to do it without Klay Thompson until he recovers and rehabs his knee injury from last year. But Steph Curry, 3-level player. He's basically unstoppable when he's making those 30-foot three-point shots. He's a player on the ball, off the ball. They've developed a system that utilizes all of his skill sets. Really hard to guard. I don't know if you're going to see much of Ja Morant guarding him tonight. Maybe they'll use DeAnthony Milton just to allow Ja Morant to not expend so much energy trying to score on offense, but also defend Steph Curry on defense.
Coach, did you say he gave you a 40-piece? Is that what I heard, a 40-piece inside of fries? Is that what I heard? I just want to double down on that.
He sure did. I still have a headache thinking about it.
I bet. Yeah, that's never easy. Rip, you've had a couple 40s in your career here, but what do you want to see from Ja and Steph tonight in this showdown out west?
Well, first thing that I got to get off my chest is just saying, hey, you know what? Ja Morant is playing like, I want to say the best point guard in the game right now, but we got to give props to Steph Curry because he's been coming out shooting the ball amazing. But Ja Morant right now, I'm going to say it, he is probably the second best point guard in the game right now. I mean, he does everything for this ball club. One thing I love about him, Brandon, is his pace, his leadership out on the floor. When he was in L.A. and he missed that free throw to put him in overtime, he took the responsibility and saying, hey, you know what, it's my bad, guys. And when you have your point guard admitting to his faults and taking responsibility for losses, your team is going to jump on his back. And he's been playing excellent, great basketball. He does it all. Kind of reminds me of that Derrick Rose MVP season. He's doing a little bit of everything right now. He can score. When he's knocking down his jump shot, he's really unguardable. So I think this is going to be a fun matchup. Both guys are playing at an MVP level, but this is a game that Ja Morant has marked on his calendar more than Steph Curry, because you got to remember, Ja Morant didn't make the All-Star team last year. Ja Morant thinks that he should have been the number one pick over Zion. So this should be a fun, exciting, fireworks type of matchup, and I can't wait to get my popcorn out.
Yeah, chip on his shoulder for sure. As you mentioned there, of course, out that game in L.A., so we'll see how that pans out for Morant and the Grizz there with the Dubs and Steph Curry. As always, Avery Johnson, Rip Hamilton, breaking down the association. Appreciate your time, fellas. Plenty of games on tap tonight. Hawks taking on the Wizards. Bradley Beal in Chocolate City against Trae Young. May get a little cold, 7:10 Eastern. Then we just talked about that big old school battle, Knicks and Bulls. Interesting to see how that one pans out at 8:10. Of course, Rip saying there, Joakim Noah getting that jersey retired. Then out west, oh boy, the PGs will go at it. Ja Morant and Steph Curry. The Warriors coming in at a 6-point favorite. That one at 10:10 Eastern on the West Coast.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.